Once Upon a Time, The Captivating Life of Carolyn Bessette-Kennedy by author Elizabeth Beller explains the life of the woman best known for marrying John F. Kennedy Jr. It's been 25 years since the couple died in a plane crash, but the world is still intrigued and interested in their private yet powerful lifestyle that really took over much of the 90s. Here to reveal more is author Elizabeth Beller. So good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. You do a really good job uncovering the details from her iconic fashion to her marriage to the Prince of Camelot. What made you want to write this book in the first place?
Thank you for having me. What made me want to read it was the news became different in 2019, and I was getting news in my inbox as opposed to just seeing their picture in the grocery store on the top of a tabloid. And I noticed a huge discrepancy between the way people wrote about her who didn't know her as opposed to the way people who did know her wrote about her. It was a huge disconnect.
And you write about the beginning of their relationship, too. Most people seem to think they were just friends, and then kind of behind the scenes, they realize, wait, there's a little bit more to this. What was the most shocking thing you think you discovered?
Oh gosh, he definitely did not, John did not introduce Carolyn to his mother, and that was something that really always bothered her, and maybe made her feel a little unmoored by it. But I think that was mostly due to, John's career was in flux at the time. He was working at the DA's office and hadn't started George fully. So I think that has a lot to do with why he probably wanted to have all his ducks in a row first.
Yeah, and it's been said that Carolyn changed her standards to what she thought John's late mother, Jackie O, would have wanted. Is that what you really uncovered there as well? And by the way, he probably isn't the first guy who hasn't introduced a girl to his mom.
Right? For too long. And then you're like, by standards, I mean, I don't think she ever changed her standards and her values. I think she did change her looks a little bit, maybe because she felt so looked at. And I don't think that you're going to find many people that have had that level of celebrity that are that misunderstood. And that's why the story, I think, is interesting.
What kind of salacious things can you tell us, that we did see in grocery store headlines and tabloids?
Well, everybody's seen it. There was that fight in Washington Square Park. But, the book was more about context and trying to understand her and her point of view. And I think I really got there, and understood why certain things would be frightening for her, such as so much press attention. And as far as that fight in the park, I mean, most of us don't have a camera trailing us every day. And I like to think, I like to say, if a couple never fights, they're not communicating. They're not living in the same house.
Yeah, well, that's true. None of us is perfect. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.